how do you think dress code affects students? And what are your plans to fix the sexist and racial bias within the enforcement of the dress codes?
That's a great question. I went to Montville Public Schools where we didn't have a uniform, and there was a lot of teasing and disparities. So I think the idea that having a uniform eliminates some of the differences between students that have money and don't. That's an important positive aspect to having uniforms. I thought my young children would resist it a lot more than they do. They actually took to it right away. So as foreign as it first seemed to me, I found them beneficial. I think a lot of the problems you run into with the dress code that's not a uniform is that you make these calls about what women can wear, what girls can wear based on what's going to distract the boys, which takes away the idea that the boys are supposed to control themselves and have thoughts about school during the school day, and that the women aren't responsible for the boys' behavior. I'll pass it on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hurt. Mr. Dowdy.
So I have 3 children, and all 3 of them went through Isaac, and there was a dress code Isaac here in New London. And to me, with a dress code of either khaki pants or a shirt, you take away some of the barriers, as Jeff said, economic or different issues within the school. If we can knock down the barriers so everybody's on equal footing, to me it seems like a good thing to do. On the other hand, you're taking away some of the individuality. So maybe there's a happy medium where maybe not a strict dress code, but very, very specific guidelines. In addition, very, very specific procedures that an administrator will follow if a dress code is violated. It has to go both ways. We also have to get the input of the students. What are their feelings? Do they like a dress code? Is it going to distract? There has to be a happy medium. I think I would be in favor of a dress code, but it has to be enforced and there has to be procedures in place for everybody to agree upon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dowdy. Ms. Diaz.
So when I started high school, I attended Norwich Technical High School in Norwich, and we did have uniform. And I think that uniforms in general just kind of takes our way of expressing ourselves. I feel like by us dressing the way that we want to appropriately brings out individuality, and we are allowed to express ourselves by the way that we dress. I think that dress code there are certain things when we dress code, like for example, like ripped jeans, you can't wear them sometimes because where the holes are at, and I understand that because it's kind of inappropriate, but I think overall that our dress code within the school system is really not that bad. And when in high school, you shouldn't be coming to school with booty shorts, for example, or just inappropriate things. There's certain things that you wear for certain atmosphere and certain environments. So I think our dress code is okay the way it is. I agree with it.
Thank you, Ms. Diaz. Ms. Greger.
So I'm going to say that our dress code has been something that's long and forthcoming, and we're not talking about elementary, middle school kids, we're talking about the high school kids. And after years of being in elementary school and a middle school where you are taught to conform in certain ways, as the dress code eliminates a lot of those standards, I feel like in high school you should have that privilege of identifying yourself as an individual. And I do hold every student responsible for the way that they dress, and also for the people that let them out of their house dress the way they do, because I know my mom would definitely comment if she thought I wasn't wearing something that was school appropriate, because what you wear at home is not what you wear at school. And we as adults, and I'm considering the high school kids as the formative adults that they should be, and growing into that they should be those people, and we should reassure them in the qualities of dressing appropriately for school and for work.
Thank you, Ms. Greger.
I wore a uniform for 13 years of my life and was a proponent of the uniform policy here in New London, but having visited the high school and the middle school recently, and I'm walking around, and I felt that the students dressed very respectfully. But I do feel there is that gender piece that is not fair. Why should a girl be held to a different standard than a boy? As a father of a daughter, I want her to be able to wear what she wants when she feels comfortable, and I don't want her to be told that she can't wear certain clothes, as one of our candidates said. hopefully the parent that lets that child leave the house also needs to be held accountable, but there's also that fairness in the classroom and that the policy should look like.
Thank you, Mr. Catella.
Two observations. The first is, if you want to eliminate the classist piece of the dress code, then eliminate visible logos. The child, the second grader who's wearing his father's, white shirt, knows full well the child in front of him is wearing a Tommy Hilfiger. So if you want to fix the dress code, let's start there. Make the shirts uniform. Everybody wears a shirt for New London Public Schools. The only logo is New London Public Schools. The other thing I want to just point out is that not every child has a parent at home with them in the morning to see what they're wearing. So let's make it as simple as we can.
Okay, thank you very much.